What's up, guys? It's John Crew. Team DS in here, bring to you another video. This time around, it's going to be a gameplay video of the most broken deck of the format, and in my opinion, that is Megidramon. Megidramon is able to cheat out so many swings and gain so much memory in one turn that it really feels like you are cheating. Uh, Playing the deck myself, it just reminds me of like Mervaloop, and I really love it. Being able to overwhelm your opponent in one turn and just get that one-shot kill is really insane. Reminds me a lot of Mervaloop. I absolutely love it. And if you are have a even have a like a half decent hand, you can really just take off. So I'm gonna go ahead and stop talking and get to the video. All right, so this video is from when I was initially actually testing out the deck and just learning the ins and outs. It's gonna be Megidramon versus Royal Knights here. It's gonna be a full match, and so it was a really fun match. Just honestly seeing the power of the deck, I was like, yeah, this deck is definitely super broken. So what I like about the deck is that you can all of the rookies you can digivolve for one, right? So in that instance, let me just pause here. In that instance, I had what was it, rookie and mem boost. Now you might be tempted to just go digi for 0 and then go into mem boost, but to be honest, that is wasting a lot of choking potential, right? Putting your opponent to 1 is so good. I think a lot of people underutilize that. I see that all the time when I play against other Megidramon players, and I feel like it's just a missed opportunity because if you're able to slow down the game, you're able to basically see the pieces that you need, guaranteed, and you're able to basically follow up with your another turn, right? Because now I can just use this memory boost willy-nilly if I need to see a piece or if I want to continue on. And that's exactly what I do here. I mean, I could always just drop the Gilmon and trash one of the growls. But the thing is, I need those pieces in my hand, right? So I need the growl. I need the growl X. Now that I see duplicates and that I see another growl, I don't necessarily need two growls in my hand. But now that his Magna is out, I can now come out and aggress. Um, and go into the Growl X. Even if my Growl X dies, I'm gonna be able to recur the Gilmon, right? So there's no blocker, there's no protection for him, and now I get to get all of my on deletion effects. Royal Knights is really big deck, so I'm pretty much guaranteeing. Sorry, my cat. I'm pretty much guaranteeing that's gonna die, and I get even more cycle, right? So just exercising a little bit of patience and utilizing that one memory to choke allowed me to get to this point in the game. Now I'm activating Gigimon's effect, so I'm probably gonna grab Growl X or Growl. Um, I opt to get Growl X, even though I already have it in hand. Um, Probably just because I want to be able to go into it again. Is my guess, right? Yeah. So I just basically always want to have Growl X, and I just assume that I'm always gonna draw another War Growl. And maybe it's bad for me to assume that, but I feel like I've honestly even considered going down to 3 War Growls. I know that's like sounds really crazy, but I'm trashing this card like constantly, and I'm always seeing it. So um. But anyways, I'm at a really weird spot here. I'm just going into the Growl X lets me recur a body. So I digivolve, draw and trash one, and then deletion effect. And looks like I'm probably just gonna pass over here, going to another training. And that is what's so deadly about this deck, right? Just look at my hand alone. There's so many setup cards in my hand that it's like impossible to not have like the nuts. Right? So it feels so broken. It really does feel so broken. Like like you have ultra consistency with your mem boost and your trainings, and then you get to play the most broken like memory cards. Like that, it's insane. On top of that, you can see right here, I'm punishing my opponent for deleting my stack, because I'm getting the on deletion effects. Because I knew he was probably gonna answer my stack, so I was like, okay, well I might as well punish him for it and get value. So I just get to recur another body, and now I get to set up in the back. I'm digivolving for 0 because now I see that red mem boost. I'm probably just gonna end up playing the red mem boost, or I'm gonna um, activate the red mem boost and then do like uh, maybe a training and then the Digimon I designed. Yeah, that's probably what I would do. Or yeah, offense, maybe offense train mem boost. Which makes sense. I end up grabbing the Growl here. I already have the War Growl in my hand, right? I don't feel the need to get another one, even though I've gone through, was it like 3 of them now? I think that was my 4th one. I just bottom decked. But in my head, I'm like, yeah, I'm just winning next turn. Which is crazy, right? Because this is like my turn 2, turn 3. I guess next turn's gonna be like turn 3 in a sense. But yeah, I mean, just the choking power and the setup power here. Searching top 4, boom, grab my Megidra. I think I'm debating on the Gallant, right? But I don't see the Megidra anywhere, so I have to grab it. There's no option there. Megidra is the most vital part of the deck. So there's no debate on that. But this is why I actually like the red base, right? The fact that I even had an option to grab that Gallant is huge. My initial build of the deck was actually full red base because I basically like did the how do you say calculations, like, okay, well, you can either grab all the red cards, the Gallants, the Gravity Crushes, or you can grab the purple cards, which is like the Jack Raid and the Digimon design, right? um and I opted for the red mem boost, but the danger of red mem boost, the red version, is that you if you don't have an egg rookie on top of your egg, you can't play them, right? So that's like the only issue. But with a deck like this, the crazy amount of draw power and recursion that you get, I haven't had that problem too many times. With that being said, I have gone over that problem, and I think I will actually go to purple base, and I'm just gonna have to sacrifice not being able to add Grav Crush or the Gallant, and hopefully I just like draw into it. Because the fact that might even be an issue, it's kind of like rough. I end up playing the Digimon I designed here. Just to like, what am I doing here? Because I could have gone out, right? I could have gone out, but I think Digimon I designed is just really like that almost secures. That secures your victory. If you're able to get a crazy setup like this, like offense man boost, Digimon design, that's basically like GG, you win, right? Um, and then I see that I draw another Gallant, so I'm really glad that I waited there, because the Gallants are actually such an important piece in this matchup. Because once Omni X comes out, you need to be able to delete it somehow, and you delete them with the Gallant Mons, right? So now it's time to go. I pull out my stack. I go into it's gonna be the War Growl. Oh, I'm sorry, Growlmon. Growlmon can't delete anything, so trash 2. And then I go into Growl X, draw 1, trash 1. And then it gains the deletion effect, so I can recur a Guilmon. Then I activate the next training, go into the War Growl for 1, Digivolve for 1. And then at this point, I really might as well just activate Red Man Boost. There's no reason not to. But what I'm debating here is actually going into War Growl X here. The reason being is that there's so many blockers, right? So he has a redirect with Lord Knight, and he has 2 of the Atha Renee poor tokens, or whatever it's called. So if I Digivolve into this War Growl, not only will I become completely immune to bouncing effects, I will also be able to delete one of them. But instead, I opt to just go into opt to go into the Megidramon anyway. I can imagine for a few reasons here. It doesn't really matter if I delete 1 token, right? Because I'm still going to, he's still gonna have the blockers. So as long as if I can swing, then I can at least delete everything. Was my thought process. But fortunately, he does have an ace here. I do get the on deletion, so so I get all my gain of memory on deletions, and now I get the play from trash, the Gigimon, and then the Guilmon play from trash as well, from Growl X. I'm choosing to add Megidramon back to my hand, obviously because I do not have a Megidra, so I need to be able to recur that. You need to be careful about your sequencing here though, because if I were to add the Megidra that was just deleted, I wouldn't be able to activate its effect. So just a heads up. If you're trying to think about doing something like that, it's similar to like the calling effect. It has to be in the trash, so you need to activate that first if you want to. So really, it doesn't matter as long as you activate the Megidra effect, but I think in the way of GTGO here, I was just doing. But the awesome thing about this, right, is that he deleted my Digimon by effect with his ace. So that activates Digimon I designed. That means I'm able to Digivolve from trash into Digimon. Now I have a few options here. I can either go Gallant or Growl X or Megidra. Very interesting choice here because the War Growl X, again, it can prevent bouncing. It can delete a token. The Gallant can delete the Jesmon GX. And then if I go into Megidra, however, I can delete Megidra with my own Gallant, right? So basically what I'm saying is the options are endless. And the world is my oyster. Is that the saying? The world is my oyster. um, super weird here. I think wow. I guess I'm going for I'm going for the War Growl X. That helps me delete a blocker, so that guarantees a swing, right? Now what's happening here? Okay, now I'm going into Grav Crush. This game was a long time ago, so I barely remember what's going on here. I go into Megidra for 4, right? And then looks like am I gonna delete my own Megidra? Is that what's happening here? So I think that's what's gonna happen. Yep, I delete my own Megidra. Now you might ask, why in the hell did I not delete his Jesmon GX and get the overflow? Simple, it's Cool Boy will bring out Omeka, right? So why would I delete it? It's not even a blocker. It's already level 7, so it can't be aced on. And then on top of that, I had a War Growl in my hand, right? So War Growl X in my hand. So I'm able to pop that other blocker right here. So really, actually, that was actually super nasty. Shoot, because now I got a free Gallant. I got to pop up both of his blockers. I don't have to worry about Omeka, right? And now I have 2 swings with 3 Grab Crush, a Jack Raid, and two Rush Skills in my hand. So this is basically game right here, right? I am popping off all my Gravity Crushes because I'm like, why not? It's already, this is it. I might as well, right? Um, why not? It won't hurt. It really won't hurt. I probably could have waited on the Jack Raid. I was just doing it for, I think I was just doing it here for fun, for shits and gigs. You swing with the Gilmon in case you hit into a Crimson Blaze, right? So, and now I can just play the Rush Skills and swing it out. Jesmon GX is not a blocker, so you do not have to worry about that. And that is why you have to keep in mind about Omeka, about the matchup in general, right? I feel like a lot of people would have been tempted there to delete the Jesmon GX, but anyways, looks like I'm Royal Knights chooses to go second. I'm going first here. Again, this is a really strong part of the deck, right? So I have so many search power, but being able to Digivolve for 1 is so important in choking and setting the tempo for the rest of the game. Because I could go to 2, put him to 2, right? But then that feels kind of weird in my opinion, because uh, then he's able to do more on his turn. I get my rookie, so I Digivolve into Gilmon X, search top 3. It's all the searching pieces, so that's kind of unfortunate. And then I go into Digimon I design, so draw and trash 1. I opt to trash War Growl, which again might be crazy of me, but I literally see this card all the freaking time. And it doesn't really matter what I trash here because at the end of the day, I can just always add it back with the Digimon effect. Kind of a really weird hand here. I kind of wish I would have drawn into like another searching card, but I didn't. So instead, I'm just having to hard play that Guilmon to just search. Um, and yeah, sometimes that's just how you have to. That's just how you have to play the deck, you know. But that's the thing that's like crazy about the deck is that not only are you playing all these crazy consistency pieces with analog, Digimon I designed, your boosts and your trainings, your rookies also search. So it's really hard to break on this, to break with this deck, especially if you play right. Um, but more than likely, I'm just going to Digivolve. Oh, yeah, Digivolve for one. Again, see, there it goes again, just showing the strength of being able to choke the opponent, right? Because what really would have been my option there, right? Like I could Digivolve for 0 and then go into a War Growl, but like why would I do that? You know what I mean? I guess I could in theory, but there's no need to play so fast like that. Being able to see my pieces is and build up trash and just get to where I need to get to. It's more important. There's no need to like take those calculated risks because or to take those types of risks when like you're going against a deck like Royal Knights. You can kind of tell the point when you're getting pressured, and especially early game in a state like this, you're not in a terrible position, right? So he just hard drops the Oryukin and gives my stack a DP minus, and I'm able to add back something with the GG. So I add back the Growl X because I already have everything else. Checking my trash. He does end up going into. Oh, looks like he plays Medieval for 7, suspending his Digimon, right? Um, Very interesting here because if I go into like my Megidra, I guess end of attack. It's end of attack. It's gonna wipe everything, right? So, but he can decoy block it, so which is really weird. But I just have the nuts right here. I go into the Growl X, getting the on deletion effect. Really debating on like if I should get rid of my rookie here. I probably shouldn't though, to be honest, because if I don't draw another rookie, I'm kind of cooked, right? So that's kind of how I'm deciding this. I need the Megidra. You always want to keep the Gallant in hand. You always want to keep like your important pieces in hand. Level 4, you can probably see again. You know what I mean? So there's not really any need to like trash anything else. The other option that I could trash is potentially like Red Mem Boost. But if I go all the way up into like uh what is it called? Or Growl, and then it dies, and then I can reset and then just like play the Red Mem Boost. That's why I don't delete trash it. So but instead, I'm going all the way up into the War Growl, trashes 2, gains raid retail, and then I delete his Digimon. Really, really strong here. This is why I love the War Growl Digimon design combo. I mean, comes up. It actually comes up so much. It's I recently went down to only one War Growl X, but I realized how important War Growl X really is to the deck because it makes it so that your stack has to die by deletion. Bouncing effects will not affect it. But in instances like this where you have the Digimon I designed, and this was a total fumble by me. Again, I was initially learning the deck, but I didn't realize it needed to be in trash. So remember to have your card in trash, guys. Um, but I end up swinging. I'm debating on raiding into his medieval. Do I do that, or if I just go for the checks here? I do go for the raid. Yeah, I guess I do go for the raid, huh? Interesting. I guess just like less headache, you know what I mean? In case something happens, because I do have the Growl X effect, right? So, um, if he pops my Gallant here, a lot of effects are gonna activate. I'm gonna activate Growlmon, Growl X, Heal, and the 2 analogs, right? So I'm basically gonna punish him here. Oh, I don't have the Gil or the Growlix or the the Gromon. But I still get everything else, so that's kind of nice. BG gets to return a card. I opt to grab back the War Growl. And then I get to play a Guilmon from trash. At this point, I imagine it's probably going to be Gil X, right? Because I probably don't want to trash anything in my hand. All the Digimon in my hand. Oh, wow. Okay. Just kidding. Wow. I was bold for that. That was crazy. I'm crazy for that. I am crazy for that. I'm not going to lie. Am I really like that confident that I'm just going to see it again? I guess. Maybe. Hindsight, just watching this gameplay again, this was me learning the deck initially. I probably shouldn't have done that because there's no guarantee that I would see another Megidramon. I guess I'm just so cocky. Sheesh. There's no setup cards. He put me to 2, which means I really only have one option. It's either play Gilmon or Gil X. I think I don't want to. I don't want to trash anything, right? So end up just playing the Gil X. And that lets me grab a promo Gallant, which is, again, really huge for this matchup because Omni X is really, really big. And if they're able to warp into that Omni X, you need to be able to answer it very decisively. And the new promo Gallant lets you do that. Especially with something like, again, Last Guardian. Allowing him to basically say no to deletion effects or removal effects. Having multiple Gallants to be able to answer an Omni X, it's so important. It's so important. But instead, he's just going to go into, oh, wow. Is he just going to win right here? Holy moly. Oh, man. Is he just winning right here? What is going on? Oh, no. I think he thinks I can win that here. So I guess he just. Just chokes me to 1? Oh, okay. He's basically saying I have to win here or else I lose. Which makes sense depending on his hand. He had a like really rough hand there, it looks like. That might have been his only play. Is to go into Omni. But as we've seen time and time again, Megidramon does not need any memory to do what they want to do because Gravity Crush exists. Also, I have 1 red mem boost set up, so that's really good. Just a really rough spot here because I mean I guess he can protect his Oryukin with the token, right? He can protect the Oryukin with a token. He's potentially threatening Ace with the Jesmon. So I know for here he's going to protect his token or protect his Digimon with his token. I'm going to activate or have another Gallant. It's just going to delete, give me Overflow. Now I have to watch out for the Crimson mode, right? Or potentially, because Oryukin can only go on top of, it has to blast DNA, right? So basically it's Crimson that I have to watch out for here. But now I have so much memory to work with because of the Overflow that I am just popping off here. I might as well just activate all the Grav Crushes and the Jack Raids and then go into the Ghidra, right? But I think there's not really a need into activating the Jack Raid, right? Or the Grav Crush yet. You don't need to do that. Yep, so he does have the Crimson here. I couldn't answer it, so I just had to swing and like force him to play it, which is fine because I still get the on deletion effect. So it's the on deletion trash top security, and now I don't have an ace to worry about, right? So it's kind of just like smooth sailing from here because I still get all of these on deletion effects, all the analogs. the Guilmon X, play a Rush Gil probably. And then I get the Gigimon to add something back. I wouldn't be surprised if I grab back like Growl X, right? Growl X or Megidra. The Growl X or Megidra, those are the two options right now. Growl X if I want an extra swing, Megidra if I want to just pop off again, and continue a cycle going here. At this point, I think it doesn't really matter which one I grab. I think the correct call would have been the Megidra, but it really doesn't matter. I have 4 swings. He has no blockers, right? So, however, again, just playing for safety here, he may potentially have Crimson Blaze, right? So this is why I mean this team's super unnecessary, but you really never know, and you always have to respect your opponent, right? So no blockers on the field. I can just swing it out safely, and there we go. That's it. Okay, and so that was Megidramon versus Royal Knights. Two easily of the best decks in the format. I do think that Megidramon does have a very strong matchup into Royal Knights. I will say if Royal Knights manages to tech in some cards like Crimson Blaze, like Gothumon, stuff like that, it becomes a little more even. But if they just don't see it, it's I'd say pretty Megidramon favored. I hope you guys like this video. I know I've been kind of out of commission for a little bit, but I'm hoping to post more in the future. I've just been really enjoying Digimon and outside life things. So I'll be posting more soon. Catch you guys on the next one. Peace out.